Hello beautiful people, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how I try my very best to stay focused. Honestly, I say this in my work life, in my personal life, my home life, my friend life, like every aspect of me. I don't have the best memory. I forget what I say to people. I forget what I offer to people. I forget where I put things. I forget where I write things down. Like, I am just a very forgetful person. It's not a good thing. It's not something that I'm boasting about. I actually and actively have to try to not be that person. So I'm going to show you guys some of the little things that I do in my classroom while at work to just help me, because honestly, being forgetful in my own personal life, fine. If I forget something, it's normally something I can pick up along the way, or it will come back to me whenever it comes. I don't put any rush on it in that way. But when it comes to my job, when it comes to ensuring I stay on task with teaching, ensuring that I'm teaching the correct topic, ensuring that when I take work from students, I mark it and give it back in a timely manner, ensuring that I take the work back from the students so that I can mark it and put the grades in my grade book and put the grades on, like, that aspect, I have to put a lot of energy while I'm at work to ensure that I get the work done in a timely manner, and I'm returning the work and I'm recording the grades, because it has happened to me before where I marked work quickly and I gave it back and I didn't have the grades written down and I wasn't able to get them all back. So it became an extra credit assignment where once I was sure you did it and I check attendance, you were there that day, I gave you 100, because I can't penalize a child because I forgot to take the grade down. And it happens. Teachers are humans too. So I'm going to just show you really quickly what I do in my classroom to keep myself on task and to eliminate as many opportunities for having problems due to my forgetfulness as possible. All right, so the first thing is this notebook. Okay, I do not play about this notebook. I write things down. The topics that are highlighted are exam topics, so that I know once I get to that topic, I tell the children, this is going to be coming back on your exam. I do not play with this notebook. I do not play when it comes to this notebook, to the point where I give out a project, and the project and the due date, everything is in the notebook. Whenever I give them assignments, I write my answer key in this notebook. If I lose this notebook at work, it's over for me, because the answer key is there. I have the percentages there, like everything. I write it down. I have to, because if I don't, I won't be able to find out a later date. And I have to put it in the notebook because it keeps everything together versus writing on a folder sheet and then I will forget to put the folder sheet in a folder. So this notebook comes in clutch. And I use this notebook every single morning. I check it to see which topic I'm on. And then I create my lesson plan, my forecast, my activities, my classwork, my homework, my quizzes, my tests. Everything comes based on which topic I am on, based on that book. If the topic is written incorrectly in that book, your girl is gonna end up teaching an incorrect topic. Next thing is these like post-it notes. I live off of post-it notes. What I do is whatever the current topic is, on this day it was rooms in the house for grade 4, so I would write grade 4, rooms in the house, notes. Behind my desk, I have my personal calendar. Any information that I get from the school as far as like special days, half days, even like having to do with the classes. Like I have some students who I cannot let go to the bathroom by themselves because they will run amok in the school. I write that on the calendar behind my desk. I put everything on that calendar that I want students to have access to also, because they look behind my desk. I can't control their eyes. There's no blockade behind my desk. So they can see it, but a lot of the things are written short form or in some kind of code that they can't understand it. Not that I'm trying to hide it either, but it's there, and sometimes it's written in code and they can't understand it. Or I will write it in Spanish because Spanish is shorter and they can't understand it. But my personal information, a lot of what it is that I need in that month, makes it onto my personal calendar. And then in almost every classroom tour or like day in the life video that I've done in my classroom is this calendar. On this calendar is like anything having to do with the students. So if sports day, half day, no school, test day, quiz day, exam date, holidays are blocked off, sports days, fun day, anything that has to do with the students knowing, I block that off on their calendar because that's their business. And then the final thing, something that helps a lot. The week that I have homework for my students, I put it on the board. I used to put it on my PowerPoint that I was projecting, but honestly, some classes are a little slower than others and they never make it to the end of the PowerPoint, and then it's like, oh, I'm grading this homework. They don't have this homework. They never made it to the homework slide. So writing the homework physically on the board, they see that it says grade 4. You know you're in grade 4, you haven't gotten this homework yet. It's your homework. And then I leave it there for the week that I've given the homework until the week that I take the homework back. Because if I see on the board that there's this homework assignment and I'm ready to move on from the topic, which for this one was rooms in the house, if there's homework on the board and I'm ready to move on to a new topic, I should be able to collect this homework. That means I've given you enough time to get my homework done and turn it in. So I need that. I need the homework. And this is a really good way to remind myself, to keep myself accountable and to keep the students accountable. Because if you know last week you had homework and you didn't do it, it's still on the board. So I know you had it. You knew you had it. You don't have an excuse. And that's when I tell them you get what you get and you don't get upset.
And speaking of keeping the kids accountable, that's what this wall is great for. It helps shift some of the responsibility of remembering from me onto the students. So anytime they miss a class, I either will handwrite or print out the classwork, notes, homework, anything that they would have missed or what that would have happened that week, and I put them in these folders so that they can now come and be responsible for whatever they miss and play a bigger part in their own learning.
These are really and truly just a few of the tricks that I use. Honestly, if you look at my desk from time to time, particularly coming down to exam time, it's littered in post-it notes of remember to grab this class's books, remember to grade this thing, remember to give out practice exams, remember to create the Jeopardy game for fun practice. Like, it's my desk. My desk looks like a kid just had a bunch of post-its and stuck them all over the place. But I do whatever it takes to ensure that my work stays on track and I stay on task. If you are also a forgetful teacher or just forgetful in general, and you have any specific tips that you use to try and keep yourself on task, please, I beg, share them with me. Let me know what it is you do, because although like I have a fair few tips and they work for me 100%, it never hurts to have a few more tucked away for a day where these ones just aren't doing enough. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss more content from me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.